Hello and welcome to Prepspot. In this video we are going to know about one of the most transformative reforms in India's road safety landscape, the new traffic fines introduced in 2025, which have taken a dramatic leap with some penalties increasing up to 10 times their previous amounts and a maximum fine of 25,000 rupees being imposed on minors involved in traffic violations. This new policy, effective from 1st March 2025, represents a significant overhaul of the existing traffic regulations under the Motor Vehicles Act, 1988, and comes at a time when India faces immense challenges on its roads, with over 1.5 lakh fatalities reported annually and a growing number of registered vehicles, more than 300 million by 2025. In today's session, I will provide a comprehensive analysis of these new fines, discussing the background and context that necessitated such strict measures, the origins of the reforms stemming from previous amendments and persistent road safety issues, the definitions and key concepts underlying the changes, and the potential economic, social, and political implications for our society. This topic is particularly important for competitive exam aspirants, as it not only touches on administrative and legal reforms but also offers insights into public policy, data analysis, and governance, which are all essential areas in many current affairs examinations. Let's start by understanding the background and context of this policy change. India's road network, one of the largest in the world, is responsible for transporting millions of people daily. However, it also accounts for over 1.5 lakh road accident deaths annually, as per the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, MoRTH, data for 2023. The Motor Vehicles Act, 1988, has long been the cornerstone of traffic regulation in India, with various amendments over the years aiming to improve road safety. Notably, the amendment in 2019 introduced higher penalties to deter violations, but these measures were implemented gradually, and enforcement was inconsistent across states. Now, in 2025, the government has finalized and fully enforced a new set of traffic fines designed to act as a strong deterrent against reckless driving and other traffic offences. The fines have seen a dramatic jump, up to 10 times the previous amounts in some cases. For example, the fine for using a mobile phone while driving has surged from 500 rupees to 5,000 rupees, and for drunk driving, the first offence now carries a penalty of 10,000 rupees, with even harsher punishments for repeat offenders. Additionally, a particularly severe measure has been taken for minors involved in traffic violations, with fines reaching up to 25,000 rupees, accompanied by potential imprisonment, vehicle registration cancellation, and a ban on obtaining a driving license until the age of 25. The rationale behind these significant increases is rooted in the urgent need to address India's chronic road safety issues. With a rapidly growing number of vehicles and a high incidence of traffic violations, the government has recognized that previous penalty structures were insufficient to deter dangerous behavior. The new fines are designed to create a strong financial disincentive for violations such as drunk driving, speeding, using mobile phones while driving, overloading vehicles, and even non-compliance with pollution norms, such as not having a valid pollution certificate, POC. It is expected that these stricter penalties will help reduce the number of accidents, save lives, and ultimately decrease the economic burden caused by road accidents, which is estimated to cost the country billions of rupees each year in lost productivity and damages. Moving on to the origins of these reforms, it is important to note that the current policy builds upon the foundations laid by the Motor Vehicles Amendment Act, 2019. That act was introduced to address the rising road accident figures and to modernize the traffic law framework by introducing higher fines and more stringent penalties. However, enforcement of those provisions was inconsistent, with some states delaying implementation due to public resistance and logistical challenges. Over the subsequent years, accumulating data from agencies such as MoRTH and the National Crime Records Bureau, NCRB, highlighted persistent issues, duplicate registrations, rampant violations, and widespread non-compliance with traffic rules. By 2025, the government, under the leadership of Union Minister Nitin Gadkari, decided that a more forceful approach was needed. This led to a comprehensive review of existing penalties and a subsequent increase across various categories. The policy was discussed in high-level meetings in late 2024 and finalized in February 2025, with public notifications coming into effect on 1st March 2025. The new fines not only reflect lessons learned from past incidents but also incorporate global best practices to ensure that India's traffic regulations are among the most effective in the world. Now, let's clarify some of the key definitions and concepts involved in this reform. The term traffic challan refers to the legal notice issued by traffic police when a violation occurs. Under the new rules, these challans now carry much heftier penalties. A compoundable offence is one that can be settled by paying a fine without the need for a court hearing, whereas a non-compoundable offence requires court intervention. For instance, offences like drunk driving now fall into the latter category with potential imprisonment along with hefty fines. Moreover, the use of automatic number plate recognition, ANPR, technology has been emphasized as a key enforcement tool, which will help in automatically identifying violations and issuing challans more efficiently. Additionally, the concept of community service has been introduced as an alternative penalty for certain violations, such as driving without a license, where offenders might be required to undertake a specified period of unpaid work. These measures are all aimed at creating a multi-layered deterrent system to ensure that traffic laws are followed more strictly. Looking at the figures and data, the new fines have led to some dramatic increases. For instance, the fine for using a mobile phone while driving has increased from 500 rupees to 5,000 rupees, representing a tenfold jump. Similarly, penalties for offences such as drunk driving and overloading vehicles have seen substantial increases. For minors involved in traffic violations, the new penalty can be as high as 25,000 rupees, along with additional measures such as imprisonment for up to 3 years and a ban on obtaining a driving license until the age of 25. Such measures underscore the government's commitment to addressing the serious repercussions of traffic violations, both in terms of safety and public welfare. The data from 2023, which showed over 1.5 lakh road accident deaths, combined with the increased number of vehicles, over 300 million registered by 2025, has necessitated this overhaul. Additionally, estimates suggest that the new fines could generate up to 10,000 crore rupees in revenue annually, funds that can be reinvested into road safety infrastructure and public awareness campaigns. The technical details of implementing this policy are also worth discussing. The new traffic fines are being enforced through a combination of on-the-spot challans issued by traffic police and automated systems that use ANPR cameras to detect violations. When a violation is detected, a challan is generated, which the offender must pay within 60 days to avoid further legal action. The digital payment system, facilitated by platforms like the Parivahan portal, has been upgraded to handle these transactions more efficiently, cutting processing times by up to 50%. For those without reliable internet access, particularly in rural areas where internet penetration is currently only about 36%, alternative offline payment methods are provided, although these may take longer to process. The integration of these digital systems is part of a broader effort under the Digital India campaign to modernize public service delivery, reduce corruption, and improve overall efficiency. Moreover, the introduction of fast-track courts for handling non-compoundable offences such as drunk driving aims to ensure swift justice, thereby reinforcing the deterrent effect of the new fines. From a socio-political perspective, the implementation of these stringent traffic fines has sparked a range of public reactions. On one hand, there is widespread support among road safety advocates and the general public, who see these measures as a necessary step to curb the rising toll of road accidents and save lives. Protests have been reported in major cities like Delhi, where citizens have gathered to demand stricter enforcement and better maintenance of road infrastructure, which is often cited as a contributing factor to accidents. On the other hand, some opposition parties and industry groups have criticized the policy, arguing that the high fines, particularly for minor offences, could disproportionately affect low-income individuals and may lead to increased public discontent. There is also a debate over the digital divide, as rural populations, who might not have adequate access to online payment systems, could be disadvantaged by these reforms. These controversies underscore the complex balancing act that policymakers must perform when implementing reforms that have wide-ranging economic, social, and political implications. The broader impact of this policy is multifaceted. Economically, the increased fines are expected to boost government revenue, which can be reinvested in road safety infrastructure, such as better road maintenance, enhanced traffic monitoring systems, and public awareness campaigns. These improvements could, in turn, help reduce the number of road accidents and fatalities, leading to significant savings in terms of both human life and economic productivity. Socially, the policy aims to change driver behavior by creating a strong financial deterrent against traffic violations. Over time, this is expected to foster a culture of greater accountability and safety on the roads. Politically, the move has significant implications for electoral dynamics, as road safety is a critical issue for voters, and effective enforcement could boost public confidence in the government's ability to protect citizens. Furthermore, the origins of this policy provide a fascinating insight into how legislative and administrative processes evolve in response to societal challenges. The Motor Vehicles Amendment Act 2019 laid the groundwork for these reforms by introducing higher penalties for traffic violations. However, the gradual and often uneven implementation of these measures across different states highlighted the need for a more uniform and stringent approach, culminating in the comprehensive overhaul announced in 2025. The phased implementation, beginning with pilot projects and gradually expanding to nationwide coverage, reflects the government's cautious yet determined approach to regulatory reform. Moreover, the linkage of these fines with digital payment systems and fast-track legal processes demonstrates a broader commitment to modernizing public administration and leveraging technology to improve governance. For competitive exam aspirants, this topic offers a rich case study in public policy and governance. It covers key aspects such as the rationale behind increasing penalties, the technical and administrative challenges of implementation, and the socio-political and economic implications of such reforms. Familiarity with terms like traffic challan, compoundable offence, automatic number plate recognition, ANPR, Digital India, and Motor Vehicles Act is essential for a comprehensive understanding. Additionally, the ability to analyze data, such as the number of road accident deaths, the growth in vehicle registrations, and the projected revenue from fines, will be crucial for tackling questions on public administration and economics in competitive exams. In summary, the new traffic fines introduced in 2025 represent a bold and necessary step toward enhancing road safety in India. With penalties increased by up to 10 times in certain cases and a maximum fine of 25,000 rupees for minors involved in violations, these reforms are designed to serve as a powerful deterrent against dangerous driving behaviors. The policy is underpinned by comprehensive data and a clear understanding of the challenges facing India's road networks, and it is being implemented through a combination of advanced digital systems, rigorous enforcement protocols, and legislative reforms. While there are challenges, such as ensuring equitable access to digital payment systems in rural areas and addressing concerns about the financial burden on low-income drivers, the overall aim is to create a safer and more accountable road environment. This initiative not only has the potential to save lives and reduce economic losses due to accidents, but also to set a global benchmark in traffic regulation. Answer this question in comments. The correct answer will be given heart and pinned. Lastly, we just want to let you know that we are a newly emerging online platform for competitive exams. Creating educational explainer videos like these requires a lot of effort, money, and time. If you like these videos and want us to excel and create videos in all categories of competitive exams, then you can consider supporting us with a one-time donation through the Ko-fi platform and also by becoming a member through Patreon. This will help us create more such informative educational videos in the competitive exams space. So, one last time, subscribe and share this channel with all your friends who are preparing for competitive exams. And also, follow us on social media platforms. The links are given in the About section of the channel and also in the video description. So, see you in the next video.